Hello everyone, we just thought we'd do a quick little video update and say hello. Mama's not feeling too good though, so I'm gonna have her say hello. Just say hi, Mama.
Hi.
And I think that's about all everybody gets. So I just wanted to say hi, and there's the remote for you, Mom. Uh, just kind of give everybody a quick update on how things are going. We did our first $10 Tuesday yesterday, and sorry, bad light. Um, it kind of bombed. I'm gonna be straight up honest. We had two people donate yesterday, which we are so appreciative for. Like, thank you so much. Um, we'll try the $10 Tuesday again next week, and hopefully it'll go a little bit better. So yeah, other than that, we're doing okay. Mom's not feeling really well today. Um, it's been a rough couple of days. She's suddenly, and it is pretty quick and pretty sudden, where she's just really unsteady. She's needing a lot of help to get up and down. She can't get herself in and out of bed, that kind of thing. And she's really struggling with her memory right now. She'll lose her thought like really fast. She'll like halfway through her sentence sometimes. So she's a little tired. She's a little unsure and uncertain, which makes her a little scared sometimes. So she's asked that I just do the update on my own today, which is okay. It's been a rough couple of days for her, and I'm doing what I can to keep her up and keep her going. We realized that there were a couple of issues, like when she was struggling the other night in the middle of the night, she couldn't remember how to work her phone, which was a new thing for her. That was probably the thing that scared her the most, because that's how she gets a hold of me in the middle of the night, because she can't be really loud with her voice, so she just calls my phone and I come in. But she couldn't remember how to do that, and luckily I was able to. I was getting up at that point anyway to feed the cats, and I found her sitting on the edge of her bed. So we are putting in the little Alexa Echo dots in her room and in her bathroom, so that all she has to do is say, Alexa, help. And then I've programmed it so when she says that, it calls my phone directly, and I'll be right there, and she doesn't have to try to worry about, okay, what button do I push, or how do I find it, or I don't remember her number, or things like that, when she gets those moments of confusion. And then we just ordered a wheeled shower chair, so that I could get her in and out of the shower, because at the moment she just steps in, and it's a walk-in shower, but there's that lip at the bottom where the door slides, that she has to step over, and right now she's really really unsteady for that, so we are getting that, and so that'll help her, be more comfortable, and it'll help me be able to take care of her. So over the last few years, we've acquired a few things. We have, thanks to the help of some of my siblings and some of my nieces and nephews, we were able to get together and get a lift, so that when she can't get up and down, I can use the lift and I can get her up and down, and I can get her on and off the commode in the bathroom, and I can get her in and out of bed and in and out of her chair, and that kind of thing. We have a average, just like a normal shower chair in her shower, that we've had for a while. We've put risers on the toilet seat, so it's up a couple of inches, so she doesn't have to get up and down so far down, because as we've talked about before, she really struggles with that, which is one of the reasons for getting the new car, because the van is getting really difficult for her to get in and out of. So we did just have a doctor's appointment today, and she's going to have a home health come in, do some blood work and stuff like that, have a physical therapist come, and just see if there's anything else we can do to ease things up and make her feel a little bit more comfortable, or make things easier for her physically, or help her just do a little bit of exercise in a way that's easier for her. Or maybe there's something that I can do, maybe help her stretch or massage or something like that. I don't know. But they'll come to the house, which is really, really good. So other than that, it's just kind of keeping her comfortable and happy, and making sure we can find stuff that she can eat. And that's a big struggle with her and her stomach right now. But Other than that, she's doing really well, you know, for the most part, with the exception of the last couple of days where she's really kind of struggled with things. She's still fairly clear mentally. Um, she loves to sit and visit. My niece and her husband came over last night, and we had a nice visit for a little while, and she loves that. Like, family visits mean the world to her. So when, you know, her kids come or her grandkids come, she just she perks up and brightens up so much. Um, and it doesn't matter to her if she's like exhausted afterwards, because she loves being with her family. Her family's everything to her. And so um, she loves it when they come and visit, and it's good for her. And so, and I love it too, because I love my family. And I'm really close with most of my nieces and nephews. And so I love it when they come and visit as well, because it's good for both of us. Um, but yeah, so that's what's going on right now. That's kind of what we're working with. I thought I would also answer a couple of questions. Some people have asked me about like what kind of a car we're looking at, um, that kind of thing. Why we are asking for those specific amount of funds. You know, have we looked at possibly getting a used car or an older model, newer car, things like that? And the answer to all those questions is yes, we have. The biggest problem though is just the physical logistics for mom. You know, being able to get in and out. So what we've looked at and decided on, after looking at a lot of different research and things like that, we decided on looking at the Honda CRV. It's a good quality midsize. It's really easy talking to different mechanics and things like that. It's a really easy uh, brand to do repairs on if repairs are needed, which means that things don't cost quite as much because they don't have these crazy weird parts apparently, and they don't require any special training to work on, which, you know, hey, bonus if you ever got to get it fixed. Also, because they have a really good longevity, they can often go 200, 300,000 miles before they need any major repairs, which is really good. It takes some of the stress and pressure off. Um, and then, like, logistically, just the size. We were looking at, I was originally thinking of maybe doing like you know, like a 23 or a 22. Um, but having looked at some of those, the seats in those are about the same height as the seats we have in the van right now. Maybe just a smidge higher, which for her is a big problem. But the new one, I went to the Honda dealership in Orem, met this really sweet girl named Holly, who was just amazingly helpful. I came in and she's like, you know, hey, what are you doing? What can I help you see anything? And I told her straight up the bat, I'm like, I can't buy a car today. I don't know when I'm going to have the money to buy a car. And I told her what was going on. I said, you know, we're trying to put the money together. I'm taking care of my mom, that kind of thing. And, you know, the sweetest thing is before she even said, hey, let me, you know, try to convince you into this car or that car, whatever, the first thing she said was, once you get that GoFundMe set up, send it to me and I'll help you, which I thought was really, really, it was really touching for me, which, just the fact that she was so instantly ready to help spread the word and do what she could just to be helpful and be a good person. So thank you, Holly, for that. But then she took time, even though I couldn't do anything at the moment, to take me and look at the 2024 Honda CRV, and take me through it from nose to tail, inside and out. Looked through the specs and things like that. The seats are perfect because it's the 2024 is a complete redesign. Um, it's not, they didn't just take a couple of things from the older models and fix it. They just redid the whole thing. So the seats are absolutely perfect height. They're about 2 inches lower, maybe an inch and a half to 2 inches lower than the van seats, which seems like not a big deal, but when your mobility is as limited as mom's is, it's a huge deal. And with that, just that height difference, she'd be able to just basically lean back, sit, and turn in. And that's so much better. What she does right now in the van, if we're not right next to a curb, she she goes back and she has to kind of like position her hip and get her hip up on the seat, and then I can pick up her feet and help her get in. So just that physical logistic of just being able to get in and out of the car in the 2024 CRV is perfect for mom. It's got plenty of room in the back so that if we need her wheelchair, we can. It's got a good weight capacity, so we can put the lift attachment on the back, which if we can get would be great, because then mom doesn't have to transfer as much. So she doesn't have to transfer from her jazzy chair to the wheelchair, and then from the wheelchair to the van or the car, and then, in and out, and then home back into the wheelchair, and then transfer into the jazzy chair. It just makes a little bit less work for her, which would be really, really good, and make it so that she could do a little bit more without getting quite so tired out and just being done and wanting to just go home. So, which would give her a little bit more kind of quality and enjoyment of being out and around. So everything's there. It's got really good gas mileage, which for us is great. It's smaller than the van, which is good because we don't even use like half the van. And it's got, so really good gas mileage. The hybrid, which is the only one they had on the lot at the time that she was showing me, actually is really great because it's not a plug-in hybrid. We live in an apartment complex with no plugs for electric vehicles, and so that actually would be fantastic because then we would get even better gas mileage and spend less on gas. And when you're working on a pretty restricted budget, it would be really great just to kind of save what you can where you can. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that that's what we were looking at as kind of our ideal, our number one goal. But at the same time, we've had people come up who are so sweet, and they're like, if you don't meet that, I might have something that could work for you, and we're totally open to that as well. Ideally, we'd like to just start fresh, start new, and get that Honda CRV, because then we wouldn't have to worry about anything. It's new, it would have the warranties, everything works, and then physically, logistically, mom could get in and out of it. And I wouldn't have to worry about, repairs or things like that, barring any major issues, please no. And I could just focus 100% on mom, getting her where she needs to be, doing anything and everything I possibly can to make her comfortable and happy, and give her as much time as possible, much quality time as possible as she wants, So yeah, that's just kind of what's been going on. That's what we're looking at. That's why we're looking at that kind of price range. But we are open to other options if that doesn't work out. But ideally, that's what we'd like to do. We'd like to just start new and not have to worry about it, and so that I could focus just 100% on mom. So yeah. So, and to everybody out there who is doing the same kind of thing, keep going. I know you've got those days that are hard, days where you're tired, you're not sleeping a lot. You would kill for, just a little bit of time to go for a walk or just to go hang out with some friends or something like that. Keep it up. We need to start talking maybe about finding a way to come together and see if there's things that we can do to ease each other's, I don't want to say burdens, because it's not a burden. It's really not. When you're taking care of a loved one like this, it's a precious gift. It has its moments where it's rough, but it is such a beautiful, precious gift, that I am incredibly grateful for. But yeah, we do need to start talking a little bit more about the things we can do to help each other out, to make things a little bit easier for those of people out there who don't have the kind of support that I do. And I'm really, really grateful for my family and the support that they give me. But I would like to start maybe getting comments from people about, ideas, suggestions, or hear from people out there who are in similar situations. I would love to hear from you and see how things are going with you and what kinds of things have worked for you, and just, kind of start getting that communal conversation going. So thank you everyone for contributing, for sharing and posting and liking and all of those social media things that everybody does. I sound ridiculous, but I'm not quite as up on my social media as the younger generation. But I am grateful for those that are, and those that are using that for our benefit. We really, really appreciate it. Please know that we are insanely grateful for everyone who has helped or expressed their love and support. It means so much to us to know that there are people out there that just are kind and open-hearted and generous and understanding. So thank you very much. We will try to get Mom on, maybe by Friday, see if we can get her on with doing her. She wants to do this little thing that she calls Grandma's Corner, where she talks about the things that she's learned going through this kind of aging and declining process, which, you know, can be really, really fun. She's got some pretty funny stories, but things that she's learned from those are really cool to listen to. So I'll try to get that if she's feeling better. But please know that she is so grateful for everything that is being done. And she gets really, really, really kind of choked up and just really touched that people are so kind, even when they have difficult situations of their own. So thank you all so much. Next week, we're going to try to do $10 Tuesday again. So I hope we can make that work. If cooking with me in the kitchen isn't enough of a motivation, maybe I will find something more, or maybe we'll start dipping into some of my more closely kept secrets, like some of my candy secrets or things like that. But I hope that we'll be able to really start kind of talking a little bit more. And please feel free to ask us any questions that you want, and comment, and just, you know, come in and be a part of our experience, and let us be a part of yours. So thank you so much.